Wow, this is one dish that I am dying to eat. So totally epic. Who am I kidding? I'm always dying to eat the dishes, but you know what I mean. Spice crusted, juicy salmon, the perfect filling for what I think is a ridiculously good taco. These are my spicy grilled fish tacos. One of the challenges I think for fish tacos is how do you get a beautiful kind of blackened, like slightly charry, smoky fish, but still nice and juicy in the middle. I mean, I don't want a dry fish taco, so this is my ultimate little method for making a grilled fish taco. We're gonna start off first of all with some spices, and of course, because I'm using some Asian spices. We're going in with some Szechuan peppercorns first of all. I just want to dry toast these because that's going to release all of their aromas and flavors and amazingness. Cumin, just some cumin seeds. Would help if the stove was on. Now keep these guys moving in the pan, and I want to toast them up until I can start to smell their lovely fragrance. They sort of get a little smoky as well. All right, so these are looking good, and I'm just going to use my mortar and pestle to grind them to a fine powder. I love that smell. It's a very kind of northern Chinese combination, the cumin and the Szechuan peppercorns. Ah, delightful. Now this is the kind of sort of texture you're going for. Now let's pop that out onto a plate. And to that, I'm going to add some chili powder. So I'm using this Korean gochugaru chili powder. It's beautiful, red and vibrant, but you know, any kind of chili powder that you want to use is totally fine. And you can use a mild or a hot, depending on what you like. And we want some salt here as well. And now some lime. Give that a mix, and you're going to kind of get a like kind of thick paste, spicy kind of paste here. Now add in your salmon pieces. And then kind of, you know, rub all of that spicy goodness all over those pieces. I mean, I hate to use the word massage, but it's like kind of what you're doing. Ah, look at those pieces, a thing of beauty already. I love that color. Okay, before we get those cooking, I'm gonna make a couple of other little condiments that we want for our tacos. Perfect for these fresh, herbaceous? Herbaceous salad.
Herbaceous, I rarely get a chance to use that word.
You really don't. I now have the opportunity. So first up, I want like a herbaceous. I just can't say that word without laughing. Maybe I won't say it. Think of a different word. So first up, I want to make like a fresh herby kind of onion mix. Of course, I want some onions first of all. And I've got a mix of herbs here, so I'm going to do some coriander and some mint. I just want a really nice fine chop on these. Now just give that a mix. Okay, so that one's done. Next up, we want to do a lime mayonnaise. So start off with some mayonnaise. Now I'm using a Japanese Kewpie mayonnaise here. You could use whichever mayonnaise you like best. And I want some lime as well. Squeeze that in and mix. So now we're at the fun part. Let's do the salmon. Okay, so what you want is a barbecue grill plate if you want to do this outdoors, or I just have like a cast iron grill plate here, and I want a little bit of oil in there. And then I just like to really just give that a bit of a wipe. I don't want too much oil here, but I do want to make sure my fish doesn't stick. Now the thing that's going to help you here is that you want a really high heat. If the heat is too low, that's when you get fish sticking. So nice and hot, and then add in your fish. Now things are going to get a little smoky here. If you're one of those people that coughs because of the chili, now would be the time to open the windows. But what I want is to develop a really beautiful, dark, blackened kind of char on the outside of the salmon. So leave it sit for a good couple of minutes. If you go too soon, the fish will stick. So let the heat do its thing. Now just before I flip, I like to kind of get in with a spatula and just really kind of scoop up the bottom because I don't want to lose any of that spice crust to the pan. So just get under here. And now you can do the flip. Oh, look at that color, so perfect. So, you know, that kind of blackened, smoky situation is going to be pure bliss. Yum. Now I want this second side to go for, again, another 2 minutes. So what we're trying to do here is develop that charred exterior or crust, if you like, and then we'll worry about cooking the salmon through a bit later. Make sure you do the sides as well. So now that we've got that beautiful crust on the exterior, I want you to turn the heat off and then just let those guys just kind of rest up there on the grill plate and just turn them every so often if you want, and we'll just let that fish cook through really gently through the center. So when you can give that salmon a bit of a squeeze and it still feels soft through the middle, but a little firm. You know what I mean? It's sort of like I don't know, like a medium rare steak kind of would feel. Right, so that's looking good. What you want to do is take those off the heat. Okay, so before we break into that salmon and assemble our tacos, I just want to quickly heat up my tortillas. Now with this direct flame way of heating, we're kind of getting, again, that kind of smokiness, which I really love for these tacos. And now let's get in here, shall we? Okay, so I want one of my tortillas, some lettuce, and then let's get into this salmon. Oh. Yes, look at that lovely, juicy interior, just cooked through. That beautiful spice crust on the top. Oh, that is just, you know, it's just the simple things sometimes that make you so happy. Okay, so we want some of that lovely salmon onto our little bed of lettuce here. And our onion herbs. So herbaceous. Some of our lime mayonnaise. And then for me, there's got to be hot sauce. I'm using my coconut sriracha because I love how spicy and tangy and lovely it is, but you use whatever hot sauce you love at your house. Good drizzle on that for me. And there you go. Keep building out those tacos. You need lots of these. Well, I need lots of these, particularly because, you know, I'm me and I can't just have one taco. Now, just a tiny little bit more heat here. I'm going to add just a sprinkling of chili. That's optional. And some extra lime wedges. And there you go, guys. A grilled fish taco with some little Asian accents, of course. But wow, this is one dish that I am dying to eat. Who am I kidding? I'm always dying to eat the dishes, but you know what I mean. This is smelling amazing, by the way. Those extra herbs and that kind of like smokiness from the salmon and the tortilla is killing me right now. Let's go. Crazy, crazy good. Yum. That salmon is just perfect. The spiciness, that crusty kind of smokiness, and the herbs. So totally epic. You guys have to try this one. Oh my god, so good. Yum. Okay, let's cut so I can eat more of these.
If you've got any comments or questions, pop them below. And if you enjoyed the video, why not hit that subscribe button plus the little bell one, and that way you'll get notified every time I release a new video. Thanks guys.